Okay, hello and welcome to what's episode 2 of DOTA School. I'm here with Chazzy.
Hello, it's me.
And I'm Matt. And today we're going to be taking Chazzy just around the map, I think, for a little while.
Going on a tour. Okay.
Yep.
Do we get an open bus?
We'll go for a little explore. I think we're going to talk about shops, creep camps. Last episode you would have seen we just basically explained the basics of laning and last hits.
Yes.
You feel comfortable with that now?
I feel a lot more comfortable with last hits. Laning, I kind of get the idea that I stay in my lane.
I'm way
and
ahead.
That's about it. We had a nightmare with donkeys. we were donkeys.
Yeah, I've
with donkeys.
got an unreserved apology to make on that. so let's clear this one up now. The little donkey head that you see down in the bottom right.
Yep.
Yep. Don't ever click that.
Okay. Not like last time when you said really click it loads.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
There's a little bag with an arrow pointing to a man next to the donkey, right? If you click that, that makes the donkey go and get your stuff and bring it to you.
Gotcha.
So yeah, and the stupid thing was I was clicking that button whilst I'm saying to you, just click the donkey head. Just click the donkey head, man.
Genius.
So
yeah.
So
other than that, yeah, I've sort of got my head around everything. So
cool
far.
beans. Okie dokie. So if you right click on my character, you should just start following me wherever I go.
Okay.
There we go. So I'll take you on a tour.
Is that ever used in the game?
Occasionally when people are feeling lazy or if they go away AFK for a bit. But as a general rule, no, definitely don't do it.
Okay, right.
Because you never know where that person's going to take you.
Right.
Right, okie dokie. So we explained the ancient. You remember these two main towers?
Yes.
So we'll go up mid. First creep wave spawn. You'll notice that was at 30 seconds that they spawned.
Right, okay.
So that's 30 seconds into the match, basically, the first guy spawning.
Yep.
Right, so we're just up mid lane here. And what I'm going to show you first is the high ground to the left up to top lane.
Right.
So this is where a lot of people come and sneak down.
Right.
What we're passing here is one of the most important camps. See how much that hit took off of me? We want to get out of here. Those are called ancients. Ancient creeps. And they're the most powerful.
So these are like kind of weird
game.
NPC camps in the middle of the map, yeah? And so what are their function?
Basically for farm. So you can go to those, kill the camp, and you'll get golden experience. You might have heard the term jungling.
Yes.
So some people like to, in order for one person in lane to get more golden experience, as we explained last time, you can leave that guy on your own, and you can just go off, and rather than killing the creeps that are coming up in the waves, you'll go to these little camps, like we've got a little few gobos here.
Yep.
Or hill trolls, rather. And just take those down, kill them. You'll get golden experience on your own, all dedicated to you.
Right.
And the person in lane will obviously be getting more. So you'll see I'm just taking you through a little, like there's a little hidey hole here. There's little points in the map that you want to kind of get to know.
Okay.
Can you just click out? I've blocked myself in.
That's right, no worries.
There we go. And you'll probably want to right click on me again so you can follow it.
Gotcha.
Right, so there's some items in the game that you can only buy from the secret shop.
Okay.
And this here is the secret shop for
and
the
this
Radiant.
Is in the same place on this map every time?
Yeah, all the time.
Right, okay.
There's another one, I'll ping it on the dia map. You'll probably see a little shape.
Yeah, like blue.
Over here, yeah.
Blue exclamation mark, yeah.
Yep, that's right there. See that little brown cavey type thing on the map? That's the dia secret shop.
Okay.
And you can buy from both. It's just obviously a bit dangerous.
So I know this sounds stupid, but I'm assuming it's Dire and
Radiant,
and they're the two factions, are they?
yeah, basically.
Right. Okay.
Right. Okay. So that's pretty much. There's not much to other to show you in the top area of the map.
Right.
You've got. Actually, no. There is one more shop. I'll show you. Now this one's called. It's called a side shop.
The functions of these shops. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I've got my shop tab in the bottom right hand corner, even.
Yeah.
What do I get from those shops that I don't get from that shop tab?
Right, so there's a number of items, and I can't list them. There's literally hundreds.
Right.
But there are certain items in the game you cannot buy from that shop tab.
Okay.
And they're usually the high value items, like late game items, and they'll have, I explained last time, like 2 or 3 different items will then combine to make a really powerful item.
Yes.
Some components of the really powerful items will usually need to be bought from the secret shop.
Okay.
So you've basically got to get off your ass and go there.
I'm assuming I lose those items at the end of the round.
At the end of each game, yeah. Like each game is a clean slate, basically.
Okay, right.
So up here is the side shop. Now, if you click on it, it will bring you up. There's very few items, just 2 columns.
Yes.
That you can buy from there. Some of those are standard stuff. None of those, I don't think, are available in the secret shop. But I'm not too sure what the developers or what they were thinking when they made this. I don't know the purpose of it, but you can basically, like for arcane boots, for example, which is an upgrade to your boots of speed, and you can buy the boots of speed from this shop as well, is an energy booster. So you can, rather than having to wait for the donkey and all that kind of gumph, you can just pop into the side shop.
Right, okay.
Right, we might have got ourselves in a bit of trouble here.
Okay. Nothing unusual there then. Quick, run away.
Already moving.
Run away. Run away. Running. Still running.
You haven't leveled up the power yet, so
No.
you could just chuck a level into your super speed. And
I could if I wasn't just killed.
This will only hurt.
Not to worry.
Bear with
As
me.
soon as you spawn in, just TP top. I'm at the top tower.
Okay, you're using jargon again.
Teleport scroll.
Right, teleport scroll.
Nothing like a
Hold
little
on, bear
failure
with.
to
It's been a
sharpen
week.
your aim.
Yeah, no worries, man. It's been a few. And a lot's
Right.
happened. You're a married man now.
Exactly, mate. Yes. That was,
Congratulations.
thank you very much. Thank you very much. Doesn't feel any different. Promise.
There we go. Okie dokie. So
Right.
if you want to just right click on me again.
As
Okie
the
dokie,
arrow
on it.
flies.
Yeah, so those are your shop options, basically.
Your top tower is under attack.
I'll leave you to explore the side shop and until you start getting characters you know and builds that you like with items that you
So
like.
when in an average match are you using the shops? Is this all the time? Is this sort of mid game, late game?
Secret shop, you will mostly late game.
Right. Okay.
Mid to late game. You might, if you're having a really good game and you've amassed enough golden experience, then you probably will need the secret shop.
Yeah.
Side shop, there are certain characters, like I play a Shadow Shaman support occasionally,
Right.
and my build that I prefer with him is Arcane Boots,
Right.
and it's not. I use the side shop with him all of the time. So when I'm choosing lanes, whenever I play Shadow Shaman, I make sure I'm in the lane with the side shop.
Right. Okay.
Because there's only one. So for Radiant, the side shop is on top lane. For the Dire, the side shop is down here.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Right, so there's another creep camp.
Right. Okay.
Now this creep camp, there's Chaos Knight wandering around. This is the first creep camp in our jungle. So where we're on bottom lane now, you'll notice our bottom lane is quite a lot fatter and has a lot more green triangles on it than the top.
Yes.
All those green triangles are creep camps.
Okay.
So if you were to be a jungler for the Radiant, you'd be down here. You wouldn't be up top because there's only two.
So if you were jungling,
Yeah.
I'm assuming all you're doing is going around and around and around, attacking these camps and just absolutely maxing out on experience.
Correct. Yeah.
Right, okay.
And popping back into lane down here whenever you're needed.
And then you're getting that explorer experience to what end?
Just to level up your character, get stronger, get gold, get your items.
And then you pop into a different lane and help out? Or?
Yeah, I mean, basically the tactic is if you're a jungler,
Yeah.
you are usually roaming, which means you're helping out wherever you can.
Right, okay.
So
You're
the idea,
utility player.
yeah. So the idea is that you get more powerful quicker than somebody. Like, see these two guys here, they're laning together. They're
Yes.
going to be getting half the experience and gold that somebody on their own is.
Right, okay.
So you level up, you suddenly get powerful, and then you can pop into lane and try and get a gank, which is the sneaky kill. Sneak up
Right.
on them, get a kill.
Okay.
Now there's various routes around here. And this, where we're at now, see these little set of stairs?
Yes.
They only got introduced in a recent patch. That used to be a tree line.
Okay.
And I'm not too sure why they've done that. I think to give us equal access to the Roshan pit, which I'll show you here.
Okay.
This is a big beastie.
Yep.
He's a big demon. If you click on him and hover over some of his stuff, like his powers, he's got a spell block, which means he'll block one spell every 15 seconds.
Right.
So if you've got a really powerful spell and you happen to be the one who casts it first, it won't do jack to him.
Right. Okay.
He's got bash, which is a 15% chance to stun.
Right.
And he's got slam, which means it's like a stunning attack. But this guy, if you get a chance in game where you've, for instance, done a complete team wipe, all 5 of their people are down,
Right.
and you're of a sufficient level that you can beat this guy because he's very powerful, you usually don't take him on until sort of like 10 minutes in, 15 minutes in at the earliest.
Right.
But there are some heroes in the game that have huge burst damage. There's a guy called Ursa, which I'll introduce you to later on, that you can do a level 1 Roshan if you've got the right build and stuff.
Okay.
So this guy, if you kill him, he gives you an item, and I'm going to forget the name of the bloody item now. The Aegis. It's the Aegis of something.
Aegis of the Immortal.
That's it. And that, if you're carrying that for 4 minutes, if you die,
Yep.
you will just come straight back to life.
This'll come in handy.
Okay.
So in a team fight, that basically gives you, and you'll be 6 versus
extra
5.
man, yeah. Right, okay.
And if you kill him 3 times in one match, he then starts to drop an extra item called cheese.
Right.
And it's literally a slab of cheese. So one person will pick up the Aegis, another person will pick up cheese, and what cheese does is restores your life and mana to full instantly
Right. Okay.
on consuming it. So it's technically another life, but it's not. It doesn't automatically come on.
Yeah.
You actually
That's on
have
demand.
to. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you get bursted down really quick, you won't get a chance to use it. You actually have to choose to use it.
Right. Okay.
So that's the bottom jungle and the top.
So that's everywhere on our side of the map.
Pretty much.
covered, yeah.
I think what I'll show you next is the rune spots. So if I go up here.
So these stairwells and stuff, are these used as kind of choke points?
Yeah, I mean they're basically access points to all the different areas in the map.
Right.
You can use them as choke points, but there's one other mechanic in the game that's called high ground.
Right.
So if you're at the top of the steps, say here, actually
Here.
I've
Like
blocked myself in again, yeah. And I was down here, if I was to start attacking you, I'm not too sure what the percentage is, but there's a certain percentage chance because you're on the high ground that my attacks will miss.
Right. Okay.
So defending the high ground, if you're back
So
at
you
your
always
head-
want to be attacking from a higher vantage point.
So like if I take us back down to the mid lane here, if you were laning on mid, what you never ever do is get down in the river and start firing up at a creep wave that is stuck here.
No, you want to be back sort of
Yeah.
here
Exactly.
where we're going now, and you want to be firing across, yeah?
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
If you've got the range for it,
Yeah.
obviously. If you're a melee,
The
very
enemy's
difficult.
middle tower
and
has
that's
fallen.
where, do you remember I explained that concept last time of pushing the wave out, the creep
yes.
waves?
Yes.
That's where you really want to have a good tight control of that, of not letting your creep wave extend into their side of the bridge,
Okay.
because then you're basically playing at a disadvantage.
Right.
2 seconds, I've just bought myself a couple of items. I'll drop that on the ground.
But you leveling up
so
without
c-
doing anything.
Can you see a little white kind of eye, almost like a starburst symbol just
Yes,
above us?
just above us, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what's called a rune spot, or sorry, a ward spot.
Okay.
And those are indications of the best places in the game to put your wards.
Right, what awards?
Right, I'm just going to place one now. That's an observer ward. Now, did you notice just then all of the fog of war disappeared
Yes.
for a massive area?
Yeah.
Because that's on the high ground, it's got good vision.
Okay.
And usually at the start of the game, you place there and there. And what that does, if you can just click away from me again, mate.
And who would do that? Like, is there
The support. That is the support job.
Right. Okay. So that's your kind of engineer in Team Fortress. You know, that kind of guy goes out and sort of puts out a few turrets or whatever.
Yeah. Your healer, your I don't know, tower defense, whatever you want to call it.
Right, gotcha.
So your support can take
Your
a
bottom tower is
few
under
different
attack.
roles, but generally you buy the courier, you upgrade the courier so it can fly. You buy items that will, rather than being really good for you, will generate an aura effect of like healing or armor or blah blah blah. Right, so you just picked up a regeneration rune there, right?
Yeah.
Every 2 minutes at here and here,
Yep.
runes will spawn.
Yes.
And that's
Right, okay.
why we've got this ward up here. So for the very early game, you can play a game of like rune control.
Right.
So what you ideally want to be doing is getting those runes for your team every single time. There's a number of different runes. The one you just picked up was a regen rune, which basically puts you to maximum regen on life and mana for a few seconds.
Yes.
And it will basically give you full health and full life if you're down.
Okay.
There's double damage, which is self-explanatory. There's an invisibility rune, which makes you go invisible for like 30 seconds, so you can sneak up on people and kill
And I'm
them.
assuming they're all in. They have their own stock place. They don't like randomly.
No, that spot
around
that
the
you
map.
picked it up from, it will always appear there.
Okay.
You can almost see it in the river. It's got like almost like a tiny little glowy
Like
bit.
a bluey tinge to it.
Yeah.
It's almost like the ward, but underwater.
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
What other runes are there? They've just introduced a new rune, which is Arcane, which is good for magic users. It basically reduces the magic cost of your spells,
Yeah.
and also reduces the cooldown time on them, so you
Right.
can sort of burst down people quicker.
Okay.
So you've got regen, double damage, invisibility, Arcane. There's and a bounty rune. A bounty rune just basically gives you some gold and experience.
Okay.
It's like a quick boost in level.
Right. Gotcha.
And as the game goes on, those spawn every 2 minutes on even minutes. So 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, so on and so forth.
Okay.
So here we go, that is an arcane rune.
Okay.
And if you hover over
but
that-
that spawned in the same place as the regen one.
That's correct, yeah, always
Okay.
does. And they always spawn top and bottom as well, so there'll be another one down bottom.
So they cycle through on the same place. So if you have a regen the first time, a arcane the second time, or whatever the third time.
They're random.
Oh, they are random. Okay.
Yeah, random
Alright.
spawnage. You might. I don't think every other one. No, that's not going to be right because a regen rune spawned before. I think it used to be that every other one was a bounty rune,
Right.
but they've changed that recently. That it's just random, whatever
Right.
you get.
Okay.
Right, so we're going to take a head up into the enemy jungle now. So for the Dire, the top lane is their jungle,
Right.
and it's almost symmetrical with the bottom lane on where the camps are spaced.
Right.
Slightly different routes and open areas, but another one here.
But as you've got me playing a carry at the moment,
The enemy's
Yeah.
middle tower has
how
fallen.
much of the kind of camp sites and stuff do I need to know about?
To be honest with you, you need to know where they are,
Yep.
because whatever happens, whether you're a jungler or a carry or a support, it's a great way when you're in game. Like, see, 2 of their guys are down at the minute.
Yep.
If you look up at the bar, 2 of them are dead.
Yep.
If those guys were both on top, that would give you, without pushing the lane out and without pushing your creep wave too much, you could just duck into the jungle for 2 minutes while they were down, take out a couple of creep camps, and you're not sacrificing the experience in your lane, but you're getting free gold and free experience over what they're getting while they're dead.
Okay.
And if you know where they are as well, like if you know that one of those guys is a jungler, you know that they're probably going to be at either 1 or 2 of these camps.
Right.
So knowing their location is always important. And what you'll usually tend to do, sort of once you've just about finished up the laning stage, or say we'd taken down, as we have done here, their first tier mid tower is down.
Right. Sorry.
So-
Where is that?
That is, let me just ping here.
Okay.
So that's been taken down, what that means is that our creep wave, as you can see, is sort of quite far into their territory now.
Yes.
Which means we're going to need to be, like, if we were going to go and gank one of their bad guys, we probably need to be this far into their territory to sneak up behind the character.
Right.
So when you start getting to that level, you start putting wards in the jungle here. So you can start to get a bit of vision on where their guys are, if they're moving around. Because their people, if you just take a look at the mini-map,
Yeah.
they're mid-play.
Oh, you've gone, mate.
Still there? Back?
You're still there, man. We're
Yeah,
back.
okay, cool.
So you've got your... I think it's when you're using that tool, you disappear.
Okay, cool. Right. Control maybe. Control button for Skype maybe. Okay. Alright, well, I won't do routes anymore then.
But I could see those blue lines.
So those are the kind of routes that the people, their players would be taking to try and get to top lane and help out.
Right. Okay.
So here we go. Here's a bloke.
Taste my arrow.
So I'm going to freeze him. Oh no.
I'll take that.
We got one kill.
Better luck next life.
Oh, I'm down.
Wind dies.
Your middle tower is under
If you've
attack.
got any levels, pop
Use
them
them.
into wind run.
Wind run. Okay.
There you go.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Now because we haven't been doing anything, we're so low level compared to all these guys at the minute anyway.
Yeah.
We're just going to get
Another
killed.
shot.
So I think that's pretty much it for the top. I'll take you through bot quickly on.
So I'm just gonna.
Your middle tower
Thought
is
you were
under
gonna go
attack.
flying.
No, that's all right. Don't worry.
Right. Okay. I'm with you.
So where did you TP to?
I didn't. I literally about.
You you cancelled it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't cancel it. I just did it a very short distance and completely wasted it.
That's fine. I bet you've got a couple of thousand gold as well sitting in your bank. Isn't it?
3 grand. If only. And it was the real world. Yeah,
On
you,
it.
right. So. Oh, right, okay. So that's what wind run does then.
Yep.
Okay. So it literally just gives you accelerated speed,
Correct. Yeah.
like the movement speed, not attack speed.
Right. So that's it's purely movement speed, and that can be used offensively or defensively. So if you got a character down to like their last bits of health, and they decided to use an escape item, of which there are a couple, there's a couple of items that basically teleport you short distances, but give you just enough to get the hell out of dodge and start running. Some of them, if I go over here, some of them would take you through things as well. So like if I was here and I had a blink dagger, I could blink to the other side of those trees,
Right.
and you'd be stuck here. You'd have to go around them. So if you got somebody down to the last bit of health and they choose to TPE or blink away, pop that power, you'll be right on their backside and ready to deliver that last killing blow.
Yes. Okay.
In defensive, obviously, if you get caught out somewhere, you'll be able to just run away.
Using it now would be nice.
Nice.
If I could.
Yeah, we just got caught out by a five-man team as well.
Yeah. I mean that turns pretty quickly, doesn't it? When you're under leveled. Just do a buyback on that one.
Meet the prevailing winds.
Right. Okay.
So I'll tell you what, if you buy a TP scroll,
The enemy's bottom
and we'll just
tower
TP
has
straight
fallen.
to our bottom tier 1.
Okay. Where that ping is, yeah.
Yep.
Channeling. Bing.
There we go.
Okay.
Right, click on me again.
Of course.
There's you.
There we go. Right, so the side shop for bottom lane is just in here.
Okay.
And there's a nice, like, I can't really show them all in one video, but as you get to know the map, like, there's a nice, see I'm booting into the trees up here.
Yeah.
These are like little spots that you can take to escape, hide, like if you were,
Like, as we
Yeah.
were jumped.
yeah, like
Earlier.
then we could just run away, hide in here, and if you duke about a little bit and move left and right, that can sometimes just buy you those precious couple of seconds to
get rid of lock or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as soon as they lose sight of you, it's fog of war. Like they can't. So one of the best places to hide.
It's best to always get back into the fog then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you're trying to get away, if you don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
No. Obviously. Yeah. But defensively.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
Here's another ward spot, high ground.
Okay.
So once you've taken down their tier 1 tower, which would have been here, you can put a ward up here, which will basically give you vision.
You're blocked from that as a support until you take that tower down.
No, you can put it up there any time, but it's pretty pointless doing it if they've got a tower that you can't really get past.
Oh, okay.
Let's go and help these guys out. I'm going to freeze him. There we go.
That's all going off.
I'm under attack. Already moving.
Oh, run away! Run!
Trying.
Oh,
you?
unlucky.
Oh, you've gone doubled on your voice, mate.
Your top tower is under
Oh,
attack.
do you know what? That's me pressing party chat. I'm so used to communicating and clicking that button down. Apologies.
That's all right, mate. So I've got to wait a few seconds to respawn.
I'll meet you back down at the bottom tower.
Yeah, that's cool.
What you might
So
want to
you
do,
even get into a panic now, and it's only a bot match.
what you probably want to do though, mate, you're sitting on a few thousand.
Right.
Just open up that shop. Whatever recommended items, it says sort of mid-game options. You should see an upgraded pair of boots probably there.
I did click a load of sort of early game and core items earlier.
Sweet.
Right, I'm back in the game whenever you're ready.
Yep, just TP to the bottom tier 1 again.
Okay, cool.
And we're pretty much almost done with the map, to be honest with you.
Okay.
So just right click on me again.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming we're just going to get annihilated every time we go up this.
Yeah, I mean they're getting taken down by our guys. I chose easy bots, so if we do get caught out, we'll get killed. It's no big deal.
I run like the wind.
Your middle
Right, so
tower
just the
is
last
under
2
attack.
camps.
Okay.
So these
I'm not
guys
going to
here,
remember all this.
don't worry about it. You'll be running around in enough matches.
Right.
Right now
Your
here,
middle tower
and this is
under
just
attack.
above the Roshan pit.
Okay.
This camp is the Dyer's. Do you remember I told you over here
The enemy's top
was the
tower has fallen.
ancient camp?
Yes.
Now, ancients are really powerful, worth a lot of gold, worth a lot of experience. So we're here in their camp. We've taken down their tier 1 and their tier 2 bottom towers.
Right.
That basically means we're in control of this part of the map.
Okay.
If we start to kill these ancients every time they spawn, that means we'll be taking a hell of a lot of golden experience that should be theirs.
Right. Okay.
Just pushing our advantage that little bit more, gaining that little bit more experience and pushing us ahead.
Okay.
And I can't really show you because you're not showing my screen, and I don't think your buttons are mapped to the same as mine, but there is a little drop down thing. In the top left you should see like a book, some lines, what looks like a log I guess, and a little man speaking. Dropping down some of those bars, there's all kinds of graphs that you can pull up that show you what gold advantage you've got over the other team, what experience advantage. So if you ever watch a professionally casted match, they will often bring down these charts and graphs that show that you've got like a 20,000 gold lead, which means that you'll be able to have much better items than the other team has, blah blah blah.
Right.
Right, so this is the secret shop for the Dyer,
Okay.
which is just below their tier 2 mid, which would be here usually, but we've destroyed it.
Okay.
And then, if you remember, this is the last one with the barracks, or racks. And it looks like they're going to burst. So, have you got level 6 yet? No, you're level 5. If you had level 6, you could pop your ulti right on that tower and it would just bring it down like no tomorrow.
Right. Okay.
I'm way ahead.
Which you shouldn't be too far off of. No, you're not.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen. Your bottom
So it's
tower
up to you.
is
We can
under
either quit
attack.
out of this or we're going to be finishing this game very shortly anyway.
Let's quit out of this one and start again, and you can sort of talk me through
Enemy's middle
You
tower.
got my wind
the
out.
basics. So if you can talk me through the basics of like the early game, maybe, just to kind of get my head around that, and then when it's changing,
The enemy
because I played a little sort of practice game on my own, and I didn't kind of
I go.
fully understand when it was changing from a mid to a late, and I just sort of stayed in my lane all the way to the end of the game, and then all of a sudden it just
On it.
changed and it was finished. It just said I won, and I didn't really know how or why.
You were probably still at the tier 1 tower trying to get that
Yeah.
down. So, yeah, that happens in bot matches because if the bots are designed to win on your side, basically, it's almost impossible to lose a bot match.
Right.
Gust on it.
So yeah, don't worry about that. But yeah, what we'll probably do then, if we take a quick break now,
Okay.
At them.
and then we'll come back and we'll get into another bot match and see how we go from there. You can even try.
Already moving.
Do you want to stick with Wind Ranger? Do you
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the feel of
This
that?
one, yeah. This feels right.
Cool beans. Okie dokie. Yeah, and then we'll go through a couple of her powers because obviously you didn't even get to use 3 of them.
No.
And yeah, we'll see where we go from there.
All right. Cool.
So I'll speak to you in a second.
All right.
And so we're back after a short break. We're going into another bot match. We're just going to play this one straight. I think we will take bottom lane.
Okay.
Don't worry if other hero like the computer control people come with us. They'll sort themselves out.
Right.
Um,
So what am I doing on the bottom lane then? I'm literally for the first, however long until you tell me not to. Am I just trying to kill creeps?
yeah, pretty much. Get those last hits. Make sure that we don't push the wave too much. Push it too far out.
Okay. And then when am I sort of looking at upgrading any abilities or
10
levels?
seconds
Just as soon as they pop.
As soon as you can. Yeah. As soon as you level up.
5 seconds remaining.
Right. Okay. So basically just follow you and hit stuff.
Yep. So
Okay, I can do that.
Make sure you buy your starting items and level up your first power.
Level up my first power, which will be shackle shot. Right. Okay. We're
Of
off.
course.
You've all run off, which means I've
It's
done
alright.
that way too slowly.
Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm right there.
I'm way ahead.
Now
Feels bad.
I'm the slowest character in the game to start. Crystal Maiden's got the slowest movement speed,
Right.
so you should be able to catch up with me anyway. Now this is fun. There's
As the
4 of
arrow
us gone
flies.
bottom.
Okay.
You should see that on the minimap. Look,
Yes.
Orange has already sorted himself out. So is
Already
Yellow.
moving.
That's one of the good things about the AI in this game. Is second to none.
It's very adaptive, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
We're going to go up to
30 seconds.
the
to
bottom ward spot.
On it.
I've bought the Observer Ward, which is my job as support. Going to pop that up there, and that will give us vision of the rune. Now, we're going to try and get the first rune that spawns up here. You're the carry, so you take it.
Okay.
Usually we give it to mid, but
I
mid
guess
ain't with
on
us, so... Now you stay on the high ground until it spawns and then make a dash for it. Go now.
Battle
Go now.
begins.
On my way.
There you go.
This should make
Lovely.
my
That's your bounty rune. So immediately there you got a little
I
bit of
go.
gold, a little bit of experience.
Right. Okay.
And that's immediately put us ahead of the opposition
How do you know that?
because they didn't get it and you did. So
Oh,
you-
right. Okay.
I go.
Right. Okay. So that's just one. There's not one on their side. That is literally just in the middle
yeah.
to fight over. Okay.
As the arrow flies.
Okay, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to focus on getting the denies.
Right.
You focus on getting the last hits. What I'll also try doing is, because I'm ranged and support, I'm going to start just firing off at their
Here, have an
heroes.
arrow.
And that's called harassing. It basically keeps them back from getting the last hits. They're not able to get close enough
Raining arrows.
to try and get last hits.
Right.
But what that has done, see, is pushed our creep wave right up straight away. Very
Yes.
first creep wave.
Right. Okay. Last hit there.
Reap the world.
Take that.
Taste my arrow.
Okay, now
Not
I've
easy, is
just...
it?
There we go, right now. See, we pushed our creep wave right up to their tower.
Yeah.
Not a good place to be early on.
Okay.
Already
But
on.
So why
I'm
wouldn't you want to keep pushing and pushing and pushing as hard as possible?
This early into the game, we're not
My
really
way.
in a position that we can easily get kills.
Right. Okay.
Their mid player
At them.
could potentially come down through our jungle here and sneak up on us because we've got a lot of fog of war here. See where I'm pinging on the map?
Yep.
And where you are, right, you've got the high ground there, but they could potentially just come up the river, and then we're
Annihilate
3
you.
on 2, and we're in a bad place. Plus that tower's now. See how much that tower takes off.
Yeah.
On it.
Right, so your starting items, you've got a healing salve. Double click that.
Double click it.
Little green.
Oh,
there you
okay.
go.
Oh,
Now
right,
when-
okay.
now
So
when you
I've
pop-
been clicking on that and then clicking on myself. So.
You can do that, but it's just
Right.
quicker to... So what we're going to do here, let them go. We'll follow them, but we'll stay
way
well
ahead.
back and not even attack. So we'll let their heroes push the creep wave back. So we'll just stay back, don't do anything.
Right.
Of course.
Why are we just clicking them around in a circle?
Well, for if
Add
you've
dust
got...
onward.
It basically, if they've got any skill shot powers, it makes you a moving target rather than a sitting duck.
Right.
This is where the whole clicks per minute thing starts to come in, right? And also,
Already moving.
if you're within range, sometimes if you've got, I think we disabled it for you last time, but some players have auto attack turned on,
Right.
and if you stand still and there's an enemy in range, it will just start firing at them.
Right.
There you go. That was a nice.
Of course.
Power shot.
Power shot.
I just wanted to test it.
Yeah. Now that guy's near a tree. Try a shackle shot.
Okay.
Oh no,
Maybe
maybe
not.
back actually.
Not
Yeah.
enough time. Don't have time.
Right, but see now they've pushed that creep wave right back towards us, and now they're near our tower, which gives us the advantage.
Right.
On my way.
So, one thing we should probably do is start earmarking out what your next item is you're going to build.
Try this on for size.
So if you want to pull back under our tower quickly,
Right.
that just basically
It's
means
a lot to take in all at once.
Your top tower is under
Right.
attack.
it's like driving, man. This will become second nature to you.
Gotcha.
You'll always be doing it on the fly.
Yeah.
So open up your shop,
Right.
and usually what people do, the first thing I usually go for is boots. Boots of
Okay.
speed. If you've got enough gold to buy them, I'd buy them now.
Yeah. Done that.
And you should see in the mid-game options an upgraded version of those boots.
Yes. Phase boots.
Phase boots is good. Purple ones, yeah.
Yeah. I haven't got enough money for those though.
That's fine. If you hold down shift,
Yep.
and let me just make sure I'm telling you the right thing this time. Yeah, if you hold down hold down shift and left click it,
Yeah.
Missing middle.
it will kind of put it into a quick menu in your bottom right. You should see all the bits that make it up. It might be different items. that
Blades
make
of
them up.
attack and blades of attack.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
So what you can do, when you get enough gold, you'll hear a little ching ching,
Right.
and the item that you've got enough gold for will be highlighted,
Right.
and then you can just right click that as a quick buy option down in the bottom right, rather than having to open up the shop, go through all the blah blah blah.
Right.
You can just right click it, hit the courier button, and then he's on his way to you.
Okay. Right. So the courier's on his way at the moment with whatever I just bought.
As the arrow flies.
Yeah, your
The
boots.
boots.
Missing
Boots of
middle.
speed, right.
So what we'll do is, if you, once we get behind our creep wave, they start attacking the creeps.
Right.
Is it?
Is there an easy way to sort of negotiate the camera around?
Well, this is why I've got my weird button set up.
Right.
You've got my
I'm
wind
naturally
up.
used to WSA and D moving the camera around.
Right. Gotcha.
Most other people just use that mouse to the edge of the
An
screen.
arrow.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not being weird for doing that then.
No, a traditional player, I can't get on with it. I've never been able to get on with it. But plenty
about
of
to get
other.
killed.
It's alright. I've frozen him. All of our
Thank
creeps
you.
are killing
I'll
him.
go.
Oh, I got away with that one.
Yep. Now you've got what's called tangos in your inventory.
Yes.
To use that,
Missing
it's
bottom.
kind of like a healing salve, but you have to eat a tree to do it. So run back because the creeps are here. I'm going to take the damage for you.
Right, how do I eat a tree?
So click on the tango and then click on a tree.
Oh, okay. Oh, you literally eat a tree?
Yep.
Okay. I thought that was like some kind of, you know, like sort of...
In joke.
Yeah, yeah, some kind of terminology. No, you actually eat a tree. Okay.
At them.
Right. You want to stay back until you're healed up a little bit, mate.
Yeah, okay.
You catch my point?
Hey.
Okay, so we're starting to get a few levels now. Have you leveled up at all?
Yeah, a couple of times.
Cool beans. You definitely want to put a point, even if it's what they call a value point, which is just putting 1 point into it. But you definitely want to get a value point in Wind Run, because that's your biggest escape mech.
Alright, at the moment that's greyed out completely.
Yeah, because you haven't got a level put into it. It only lights up when you level it.
Right, okay. So next time it comes up, use that.
Yeah. Other thing to do, mate, eat another tree. Eat trees until you... Actually, I'll tell you what,
That's all right.
I'm carrying a salve, so I've just given you a healing salve there.
Right, lovely.
So I'll just bring you straight back up.
Cool.
Super quick.
I'm way ahead.
Right.
So now, let's try and... we'll maybe try and get a kill on one of these guys.
My way.
So, I've got a power that can freeze people in place. I think we'll try a little strategy here. I'll freeze a guy when he's near a tree. What I want you to do, once he's frozen,
As the arrow flies.
oh, if they don't kill me like they just did, I'll TP back soon enough, don't worry.
Okay.
Um,
Don't leave me on my own. It's scary.
yeah, it's got some benefits because you'll be getting some nice experience just for you. Now they're level 5 and level 5. You're level 5
Take
too.
my arrow.
So we are not behind in the game by any stretch of the imagination.
Right.
Already
I've just
moving.
TP'd back in. So yeah, I'm going to freeze somebody. Make sure you've got that shackle shot ready.
Right, okay.
Well, actually, if you could shackle shot that scorpion bloke. Let's see if this works. If he comes close.
Is
No,
it
he's
right
gone.
click to shackle shot?
Uh,
Yeah, it's right.
select, yeah.
Tell me when and I'll...
Is it right click or is it left
No,
click?
it's
You
right
sh-
click. Yeah, by the looks of it.
On it.
We need to get him down here a little bit, so let's wait until he's
I gust onward.
pushed that wave out. There you go, now. Try him now. There you go.
Attack.
Cool, so at least we know it works. He was a little bit too far away from the tree there. See, it only lasted for a split second.
Yeah.
It was because he wasn't close enough to a tree to shackle him to a tree.
Of course.
Oh, you want to get run.
Lost in the woods.
Right, that earthquake thing that just went off there.
Yep.
That's Scorpion's. Oh, Sand King. Sorry, the Scorpion guy. He's called Sand King. That's his ultimate power,
Right, okay.
and that does massive damage in waves. So what he tends to do, his build, he will get a blink dagger and he'll teleport right into the middle of you and then set that earthquake thing off.
Right.
Missing top. Your middle tower
I
is
would-
under attack.
I would TP to you, but I've got all my
Missing bottom.
inventories full.
Okie dokie. Let's have a
So is there a way of
I go.
clearing that? Or
yeah,
am I
see
just being
the iron branches that you've got in your inventory.
Yeah.
They're pretty much worthless now. They're really low power items. So if we can get up to the side shop, you
Right.
can just right click those and sell them.
Okay. Right.
So let's do that. Our creep wave's pushed out enough.
Right.
So if you get up to the side shop here, you literally just hover over, right click, sell.
I'm way ahead.
Right click is doing. Oh, left click, right click. There you go. And then sell. Oh, right, okay. Sell and sell. Gotcha. Lovely.
Cool. So now you've got 2 free slots. And usually by now you would have used your
As the arrow
tangos
flies.
and your clarity, which is your mana potion.
Right.
So you've got a mana potion there. You can afford to start probably not at the creeps, but once the heroes show back up again, you can afford to start throwing some power shots down.
Taste my arrow.
That's one of your most powerful offensive weapons.
Right.
There we go.
Already moving.
Right.
Ah,
Got 4 of them there. I wouldn't go chasing after them.
no, it's not that. It's just I'm getting caught on the... getting caught on the side of the screen sort of thing.
Oh, every time. Yeah, that's why I changed my keys to WS, A and D.
Right, gotcha.
But
Yeah, I might
anyone
have to- I
watching
might have to
this
do
who's halfway a Dota person will be
On my
screaming,
way.
saying, no!
The enemy's middle
Right,
tower
okay.
has fallen.
Now, that podcast I was telling you about that we like Dota boys,
I
Yeah.
go.
I wrote into them like a very early episode and was like, this is my setup. What do you think of it? What are your... Do you do any weird key binding type things? Because I was just curious to know if I was being a weirdo. And pretty much every single one of them was just absolutely disgusted.
Running away, running away. No.
Dies.
Yeah, I'm going to get killed as well, I think.
Can't keep a good girl down.
No, I literally barely survived. 34 life points I had there.
Nice.
Let me buy my bracer.
So how comes we're getting just completely annihilated?
Right, well, you've got 1,000 gold sitting there.
Right,
So,
okay.
so you should be buying some items to
Yeah,
upgrade.
so this is what I found when I was playing on my own, that I just totally forgot to even do anything with that.
Missing bottom.
So you've got you haven't got your phase boots yet. So some of your items that you put into your quick slot should definitely be lit up, I reckon.
I don't know if I'm doing that right or not, if I'm honest.
On my way.
I think you're going to have to review the tapes.
So down in the bottom right, just below the shop item, you should see, if you haven't got anything there, you should see a white line of text that says shift-click shop items to set
No,
quick
I
buy.
haven't got anything like that.
As the arrow flies.
So you've got the shop button on your gold counter.
Yeah.
What have you got below that?
2 things that say blades of attack.
Okie dokie.
Already moving.
Right-click them both.
Right. No, not enough gold. Okay, that's cool. We'll work it out.
Did you buy one of them? Have you
go.
only got one left, or?
I've got both of them, and I haven't got enough gold for any of them.
Okie dokie.
Right, so our creep wave is moving up, I'm assuming,
Yeah, we're
through no
making a
help
big
from us.
attack.
Just don't feel like is there just a way of like centering the screen?
There probably is a quick key for it. I don't know what it is. Have you got any levels to spend?
Not at the one.
Put it into your ultimate. Your focus fire.
Right, I've got that.
And then run away quickly.
I gust on.
Put your speed on. Use your speed.
Like the wind. I'm
Unlucky. Just a second or two too late.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I was manically trying to find out what key that was. I haven't sort of internalised any of the key commands.
No worries.
I think.
That's your E, I think. Yeah, E.
Ha! Now
Your
this
middle
is a
tower
fleet!
is under attack.
Okay. Well, while I'm sitting around waiting.
While you're, while you are
So
waiting,
I'm
yeah, you
watching
can.
yeah.
meet the prevailing winds.
Again, I'm not going to bother spending money on a portal.
I'm way ahead.
Running all the way there.
No worries. You can pop your E and get there quicker.
I run like the wind.
On it.
On it.
Okay. Okay, God, there's so much to think about. Like you say, it is a
course.
bit like driving, where you've got to like, you know,
It is, you know,
tap
like
brake, change gear,
exactly.
indicate.
And then 2 months later, you're
course.
doing that without even thinking
Yeah,
about it. It's
at the
just
moment,
muscle memory.
this is just you barking orders at me. Go, I don't
The
know.
arrow flies.
Right, you should be getting pretty close to us. What I want you to be ready to do is...
Hitting
Oh,
up.
actually, you might not need
my
to,
way.
but if you can pop your ulti on the tower, it's almost down anyway.
Right.
But it will be good practice just to get it off once.
Almost
Yeah, smack
there.
your ultimate on the tower.
Incoming.
There you go.
Okay. I just do a massive volley of.
See how quickly...
Arrows, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Enemy's bottom tower.
And that's one of your best sort of what they call
Your
pushing
middle
abilities.
tower
That
is
allows
under
you to
attack.
get some push. So now that tower's down,
Yeah.
we don't really need to worry about being here at the minute. If we're 16 minutes in, so we're very late at doing that.
Yeah.
But they haven't got our tower down either, so that's no biggie.
Okay.
So ignore the time. This is usually how it would go. One of you gets a tower down first. We've been lucky, we've done it. So now we can start going into the jungle, for instance,
Right.
Catch my
and
point?
you know, let them worry about the creep waves. We're just going to get some free gold, some free experience.
Try this on for size.
And you can do with these creep waves. See, they keep moving back into the creep
Yeah.
camp. You can do what's called kiting, which is drawing them out, running away, coming back.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Already moving.
We've got an
So
arcane rune.
they're pretty stupid.
Yeah. There's an arcane rune on bottom. Usually I'd leave the runes to you, but because that's arcane and I'm a magic
Yeah.
user, I'm
That's more
nicking
useful.
it. So we've got 2 people attacking our middle tower here.
I gust
Okay. So
on.
now we're just going off to
Your top tower
help
is
a
under
little bit,
attack.
are we?
Yeah, what I'm going to do is, look, that creep wave was coming to support them. So I'm basically stopping that creep wave. Let's run away.
Go.
You probably want to pop your speed and get the hell out of dodge.
Oh, not into there though.
Right. If your ulti's up, you could use that on an enemy hero and burst them down.
I'm just running away at the moment. Bear with.
No worries. We won that team fight hands down. Look, there's 4 of them down. So what will probably happen?
I gust onward.
Yep, they're going to make a big push up mid. So your ultimate power is up. Follow them. Go with them.
Oh, okay.
And as soon as you get close to the tower, smack your focus fire on the tower.
Right.
Thank you. I go.
That's it, mate.
Focus.
There we go.
I'm with.
Oh, running away.
Yeah, that's... Have you got that speed power up? Hit your E.
I will do. There we go.
There you go. And that's it. You're straight out of dodge.
Right. Okay.
Now, I'm hanging around at the top tower if you want to come up to me.
If I can get away.
Not yet.
I'm about to die.
Ah, worries. Don't worry about it.
Right. So where are you? Ping me on the map.
I am up here.
Okay. Right.
I'll probably be moving down to mid, though, to help those guys out. Because it looks like they're about to make a push.
Okay. So that's you there.
Your bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, I'm finding it very difficult to run away. Again, I'm getting caught, like the camera's getting caught a lot,
Look
and
who's back.
so I'm a bit all fingers and thumbs.
Yeah, don't worry too much about it. I mean, you can... For instances where you just want to get the hell away and it doesn't really matter,
As the
you know,
arrow
you're kind
flies.
of... If you don't do something, you're going to die.
Yeah.
What you can do is just right-click on the mini-map, like at the far bottom left of our
Right, gotcha,
base,
and it will just run.
and you'll just run towards that. Obviously, it
Okay.
auto paths you, so
Yeah.
you're down to what the AI does if you do that. But it will at least just keep going,
Yeah.
regardless of where your edge of screen is.
Okay.
Because that's again one of the reasons I've changed my key bindings. You
On
have to
my
keep
way.
moving the screen to click.
Yes.
Which I'm sure there's going to be 1,000 people out there, well not 1,000, 2 or 3 people out there that watch this. They're just going to be like, what are you talking about?
To be chosen for battle. The enemy's middle tower has fallen.
So,
Thanks for the gold.
where are you? I've lost you.
I'm down there somewhere.
Here, have an arrow.
Oh, there you are. Yeah, cool. So if your ultimate's up, you could pop it on the tower again.
Okay.
Here goes.
It's coming up with miss a lot.
Yeah, look where you are and look where that tower is.
Oh, right, okay, so stand up higher when I do that, yeah?
Yep. Well, that brings you in close to the tower. To be honest with you, the rate you're firing at, it probably doesn't matter that much. Let's get back a little bit because you've lost a lot of life there.
Yep.
Already moving.
Your top tower is under attack.
Alright, so we're
And
just
they're chasing you, so
Right, so
let's try that speed thing and right-clicking on the bottom of the map. There you go. And you're just off.
yeah,
I'm way
gotcha.
ahead.
Okay, so that's a good little thing. Right, he's still chasing.
Yeah, they will probably chase us to the ends of the earth. I'm going to freeze out. They're coming after me rather than you, which is good.
Okay. I'm literally just running.
Yeah, don't worry, they got me. But that's kind of... in the game, if one of you's got to die, it's always best for your support to sacrifice himself and let the carry live.
Okay. Should be buying stuff in shops, I suppose. Again, I've totally forgotten to do that.
Right, so I can see you've got 2 blades of attack in your stash. So
Right.
if you just hit that courier button, it will start bringing that to you, and you'll build your phase boots.
Right, oh, okay.
Now, looking at the shop, I'm not too sure what items it's suggesting for you in your core. What have you got?
Right, it's saying here, core items is boots, force staff, and portal scroll.
And is there anything? It often changes the titles of these, but sometimes it will say luxury options or situational items.
Situational items. You've got Mechasm, Scythe of Vise, Orchid of Malevolence.
Yeah.
Can't say that word. Malevolence. Rod of Atos, Shiva's Guard, Lincoln's Sphere, Agaheim's Scepter.
Ags. If anyone ever says Ags, that's what they mean. That Argnim Scepter.
All Scepter of Divinity and Monkey King Bar and Glimmer Cape.
Okie dokie. So for you, I'll tell you what. Let's build that Glimmer Cape because I think that will really help
On
you
my
out.
way.
Okay, so I've totally lost where you are. You in the sort of middle there?
I'm back at base, mate. I got killed, so I'll come and find you. There you go.
I gust onward.
You're just below me.
Okay, there you are. Right, okay.
So let's go push this bottom. Let's try and take this tier 2. See where I'm pinging on the map?
Yes.
We've got a nice creep wave. We've got a creep wave already at the tower and one following it in.
Okay.
So that means we're really pushed up. It's a good opportunity for us to follow this creep wave in.
Right.
And we'll support them. You never really want to try and take a tower on your own. You always want to wait until you've got a creep wave. And ideally, if you move your screen to following those guys, they've got a catapult with them.
Yes.
That, I can't remember whether it's every 2 or every 4 waves, but every something number of creep waves, they'll spawn with a siege unit, which is the catapult. And that's very strong versus tower.
I'm not ready.
So, a little bit of mini-map awareness up there. There's 3 crosses. That means that we know 3 of them are in top lane. They won't be able to get down here in time.
Your top tower is
But we
under
have got
attack.
2. I've just seen 2 of them down here. And we're probably not strong enough to take those guys on. Yeah, look, he's just popped his ultimate.
Right.
So we now know, this is one of the things you'll learn to look out for. His ultimate will now be down for a good minute or so.
Right.
Because ultimate powers have a long cooldown, so we know we've got very little to fear from him in terms of that
Your
power.
top tower is
Let's
under
just pull
attack.
back a little bit.
Coming.
Oh. Okay, probably a little bit early to pop that. So you're seeing why, because you've got a load of damage on you.
Is under
Right,
attack.
gotcha.
See, those guys going in now, if we help to take down this creep wave, that would have been a perfect time to follow up with that.
Your
Right.
top tower is under attack.
You've got my wind up.
Oh, we've just had people teleporting in as well.
Of
Right, I'm going to
course.
get up there. I'm going to pop my ulti and see what that does. I'll probably die.
I'm way ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Don't go over there, love.
Attack. Like the wind.
That's one of those classic mistakes. There you
Well,
go.
no, that's the thing is, oh, it's done me.
Is it?
But that's the thing. I was clicking on him, but she just went straight towards him, and I find that happens a lot. That I'm clicking on someone and I'm charging towards them when all I want to do is attack. Is there some way of
That's
halting that?
Are you left clicking them or right clicking?
Right clicking them. Yeah.
The only thing I can think of, are you clicking once or multiple times?
I might be clicking multiple times.
If you're clicking multiple times, there is a chance that like if they move just slightly to the left or right, then you're clicking the ground instead of them,
Right.
and then you will just start to move rather than.
Okay.
On it.
Be a bit more precise with my clicking then.
Yeah,
the
be
arrow
precise, but the
flies.
other thing is as well, be conservative with it.
Right.
Like, and there's another reason for that is that there are a lot of powers in the game. Like my ultimate power is a channeled power,
Right.
and that means that if I click to attack or click to move whilst I'm channeling, it just stops my power
The arrow
dead.
flies.
Right.
And for a good number of games, man, I so many times I would pop my ultimate and it would just do nothing because I almost cancel it straight away.
Yeah.
And when I first started playing as well, we might have to change
Already
this for
moving.
you as well. There's when you're teleporting using a TP scroll, moving or attacking whilst you're using that cancels it by default,
Right.
and you have to turn that option off. And my god, the amount of times that I cancelled my teleport stupidly because I was just clicking everywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you ever play guys that have got a channeling ability
Attack.
and you click, you'll just cancel that ability straight away.
Right.
Oh, let's get out of here. He's got his earthquake on. No.
So have you got half an eye on the mini map at all times?
Yeah, pretty much you have to have.
The enemy's
Of course.
bottom tower has
It's
fallen.
kind of like if you.
Your
We keep
middle
making these
tower is
driving
under
analogies,
attack.
right? If you were learning to drive, they'd be
I'll
telling you
dust
just
onward.
check your mirrors every 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Your
And it
middle
is
tower
literally
is
that.
under attack.
You only have to take a cursory glance.
Yeah.
The whirlwind.
Assassination is nature's way.
This is where, you know, I'm talking about. Right, if I show you.
Attack.
Oh, yeah, go. If you smack your. That's it.
That's it, done it.
Perfect timing. See, you've got all the support around you.
See, I did something right once. Remember that?
Like I say, man, you will just start getting used to it. So come with me a minute. Come back.
Right.
We'll leave these guys to sort themselves out.
On my way.
So, minimap and its usage, right? I'm just about to pop. Up here is another one of those white
Structures are fortified.
ward spots.
Yes.
So I've just popped a ward up there. Now, looking at the minimap is only as good as if you've got vision. So can you see the fog of wars
Enemy's
for a
bottom
large
barracks
area
has
gone?
fallen.
Yes.
If we were pushing up
Enemy's
this
bottom
lane
barracks
trying to take
has
those
fallen.
racks down, that gives us vision of a whole big area that that the opposition can't
have.
sneak in behind us.
Yeah.
So you can keep as much of an eye on the minimap as you want, but if your supports aren't doing their job and getting the vision up for you,
Right.
no point, if you know what I
Already
mean.
moving.
So yeah, it is good to always keep an eye on the minimap, but if you've got no vision there, then it's not going to do you any good.
Of
Right.
course.
Okay.
I'm not ready.
Right, if don't follow them too far in. Oh look, they're over here. They're donkeys just floating around in the sky.
Dire's courier has been killed.
You should have heard the announcer say something about the. Not unless you got your sound turned down, but
Yeah.
you should have heard the announcer say something about the courier being
Yeah.
killed.
Yeah.
My
Your-
feet
That's
fly.
pretty damaging to them because the courier takes like 2.5 minutes, I think, 3 minutes to respawn. And for that amount of time, they just can't get
Enemy's
any
middle tower
items
has
out to them.
fallen.
Right, running away.
As the arrow flies.
Right, hold on. Let me try and level something up. There we go. Right. Okay.
So we're pretty much into the last throes of this game now.
Yeah, I haven't. I've got a whole load of situational items that I can. So, do you want me to get Glimmer's cape?
Glimmer cape, yeah.
Yes, I want. Right, okay. Then
I don't know whether you'll be able to afford the whole thing or whether just some components of it. But...
Right.
I'm way ahead.
Where did they come from?
And this is what I'm talking about. You know, we've got a little breath of space while they're down.
Right, okay.
And that was a nice little easy bit of experience and gold. Took us 5-10 seconds.
Right.
This we're probably not big enough to actually. Let's try it. Yeah, see, they're a lot harder to kill. These are the ancients.
Right.
And yeah, they're doing me down. So let's do the offs on that one.
On it.
Nice little bounty rune here.
This'll come in handy.
Gonna put another ward up there.
Yeah, like I say, this is just like I'm getting it, but
Of course.
to have the actual, the speed of mind and the reactions to even keep
As the
up with
arrow
it is
flies.
kind of really intimidating at the moment.
Yeah, don't worry about it, man. All of that will come in time. So, brilliant. You, I think, managed to buy an extra blades of attack for yourself. Not unless that's part of the item you're trying to build.
No,
Yeah, I
I've
might be
just
wrong on that.
accidentally clicked on it probably.
Yeah, no hassle. You've also got 2 tangos and your clarity potion still in your inventory.
Yeah.
They pretty much became obsolete a good 5 or 10 minutes ago.
So sell those.
So sell those, or just, you know what, they're so cheap, just drag them out of your inventory and drop them on the floor on the map.
Right, okay.
On it.
You want to pick up your blades of attack though. You can sell those for a little bit of gold. Just the tango and the clarity potion.
Right, clarity potion, that one. Okay.
There you go.
Gust onward.
And that will give you a couple of free
space.
slots in your inventory. And that's another facet of the game, like inventory management
Yeah.
is absolutely key as well.
Right.
I often get to a point when I'm playing this character, Crystal Maiden, some of her items that I build have like 4 component parts. So trying to keep
way ahead.
wards and TP scrolls and build my items is often a bit of a chore. And usually for about 10 minutes in the game, I have to ask someone else to step in. Even if I buy the wards, I literally can't carry them. I have to ask somebody else if they've got space to...
Pick it up.
On my way.
So we'll try and get
Way
these
ahead.
racks down up here.
This is going on a bit.
Taste my arrow.
It is, yeah. We're 34 minutes? That's...
Arrow in my quiver.
Actually, this is running about how an average game would run.
Right.
So I'm just going to try and get a little bit of damage on these racks. You could pop your ulti, but there's all 5 of them there. Actually, back off, back off.
I said it.
As the arrow flies.
The
I run
enemy's
like
top
the wind.
tower has fallen.
I gust onward.
Yeah, they're coming down for a massive attack. So.
Alright.
Run away.
Run away. Running all the way, dear.
I'll freeze him.
The wind.
There you go. And again, that's one of my things as a support. I don't know whether you saw that. He just as he was getting close to you, I managed to freeze him.
I'm down.
Yeah, don't worry.
Beneath the tree.
I think I'm going to be the same. If you have a look at the minimap, all of our guys are following up the rear behind them. They're just not quite getting there in time.
Right.
I tried popping my ultimate power then, but
Already moving.
I think I got 1 kill out of that.
I'm not ready.
No, I'm about to die again. Please don't die.
Cold wind blows.
Right. Where are you?
I'm down as well. So if you have a
Okay.
look up in the top left, you'll see all
Your
of us have got a
middle tower
countdown
is under
timer
attack.
underneath us.
Right, okay. Yes.
The
Very,
enemy's
yeah.
middle tower has fallen.
So while we're waiting, I'm going to ping out a couple of pings on the mini-map.
Yep.
For the purpose of the video, if you could put your map so you're seeing what's
Yeah, I
going
can
on
see
there.
it, yeah.
So we've got a fairly big creep wave. We know that all of their guys were down by our
Your middle
base.
tower
Yep.
is under attack.
And we got another creep wave up here that's incoming. So that's a nicely pushed out lane. We've also got the same here. So
we're in a good spot. We're just
see
rubbish.
these guys here. You've just seen a couple of crosses come on the minimap.
Yeah.
They've have to gone back to base because we've taken their barracks.
So the
down.
crosses are them, and we're the circles. Yeah.
Where they look kind of circles with a pointy arrow showing the way they're looking, I guess. I think for the reason it does that is so you can't tell which way the enemy's looking and all that kind of stuff.
Right, gotcha.
Kind of an extra bit of fog of war.
Yeah.
I'm just going to buy another item. I'm going to buy a mechanism. So you should see on your effects a mechanism aura that's regenerating 4 HP per second. It's just next to your character portrait, above your life bar. You see all kind of status effects, and I think you're giving me the Ring of Basilisk aura, which is mana regeneration. Yeah. And that's one of the things. Like if you're in a game, it won't happen often in pub matches, which is when you just play publicly with not mates. But there's no point in 5 of your team having 5 basilisk rings, if you know what I mean. So communication and clicking on people to see what they're building and buying is another thing that you kind of got to keep track of.
Jesus. Right.
So what I'll often do when I'm Crystal Maiden, I can buy what's called an Urn of Shadows, which is an item where if somebody dies within range, I get kind of like their soul put in my urn, and I can spend that to heal people.
Your bottom tower is under
So that guy just died, I got an extra charge in my urn. But again, I if I'm going to build that, I'll usually just shout out on chat, is anyone else doing this? Again, perfect timing with that, mate. Awesome.
I'm alright with that one. It's just everything else I'm rubbish at.
The enemy's middle barracks has fallen. The enemy's middle barracks has fallen.
Right, so we've now got super creeps in 2 lanes, which means that they're going to have to dedicate a hell of a lot of time to defense.
Try this on for size.
And what usually happens now, like, say they've got 3 people dead,
Yeah.
we're 5 versus 2, so we could very easily start going in and just bursting down those 2 people, which I've just done. I've just popped my ulti. Yeah, we got that kill. Both their middle towers are down, and you'll see their ancients start to go now.
Yeah.
And there's very little they can do. Where there's only 2 of their guys alive,
It's not time yet.
and we will win this game.
Right.
Or we would if they had more run off.
3, 2, 1. Hit me R.
Incoming.
And it goes.
There you go, and that's it. You're going to take that game for us while they're all busy off doing other stuff.
Oh, quality.
Radiant.
There we go.
There we go.
And 39 minutes, almost a
Suddenly,
pretty...
the last like 12 to 30 seconds, suddenly all sort of clicked in, and I kind of got it. But it was all the rest that I don't know. Like I felt like I was sort of clicking around and not really hitting anyone or doing anything. And then obviously taking those towers out, I sort of, that seemed to click with me a bit more.
Yeah, that's you'll find your natural tendencies leaning towards a role.
Right. Okay.
I think you might not want to be a carry. You might want to be a hardcore pusher.
Right.
Which means you bide your time.
Sounds a bit dodgy. Do I have to have the Huggy Bear voice and everything?
Get those towers down. So you basically wait for your spot, wait for your moment to shine.
Right.
Choose your moments wisely. You might have like that ultimate power. You might only use it 3 or 4 times in a game, but when you do, you goddamn make a difference.
Yeah.
And yeah, choosing. So you had 2 key moments in the game there. You went up and walked up to that tower alone with 2 of their guys under the tower, and no creeps backing you up, and popped that ultimate, which basically saw you die. And the very next time you popped that power, you had a full contingent of creeps all around you, no opposition there, and boom, the tower goes down. Perfect example of a lesson learned. And that's 99.9% of learning in this game is screwing up 10 times first, catastrophically, and suddenly it clicks in your head, maybe I shouldn't do that anymore, maybe I should wait for this. And you've got the added thing as well of me shouting in your ear roll.
Right, okay.
whilst you're trying.
So 9 times out of 10, you want to be waiting for backup before you do anything. You don't
Always,
want to be
always.
diving in Lone Ranger, you know.
Especially if you're Wind Ranger. She's what they call squishy.
Right.
She is not a tank, let's put it that way.
Okay.
Which is probably another reason, like CM, Crystal Maiden, who I was playing, she's very, very squishy as well. And there are items that you can buy in the game to kind of beef your armour up and give you extra health points and stuff like that, of which Mechanism is one. The boots that Crystal Maiden usually gets are called Tranquil boots.
Right.
And because she's the slowest character in the game, one of the things Tranquil boots gives you is plus 85 movement speed. It gives you a little bit of armour, but it gives you plus 12 per second HP regeneration.
Okay.
So that's 12 HP per second you're pumping up. But the passive power of these boots is that if I attack someone or fire off a power, for 13 seconds there's a countdown on my boots before I start getting that HP regeneration.
Right.
So a lot of my game as CM, as a support, I shouldn't be in there attacking all the time,
Yeah.
is back off. Even if I'm squishy and people have got me down to half health, if I just move away for 30 seconds, my boots will kick in and my health suddenly starts ramping straight back up again.
Right.
And I don't need to constantly buy I can't remember what they're bloody healing salves or
Right.
tangos or healing items, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So yeah, good game.
Thank you.
GG, well played.
GG. Not a clue what I really did, other
tell you
than
what-
hit towers with my ultimate, which seemed a bit cheap.
Well, you know, you contributed massive, and at the end of the game, I don't know whether you were looking around, because I appreciate you got a ton of stuff to be on.
Yeah.
But we had them down. They only had 2 people alive, while we had 3.
Right.
But when we had a huge amount of creeps attacking their ancient, and then 2 seconds later there were none. And they had no towers up, so it wasn't like anybody killed them. What happens with creeps is if you go and attack them, that focuses their attention on you straight away.
Right.
So strategically, if you've got, like, say 20 creeps all attacking, which we did because we had the bottom barracks down and the mid barracks down, so we had creep waves coming from 2 directions with no towers to slow them down.
They've got a lot more things to worry about than you.
Correct.
Right.
And also they were super creeps because we'd taken the racks down in both those lanes, so even one-on-one, their creep wave versus our creep wave were getting slaughtered anyway, because we had super creeps and they only had normal.
Okay.
So what they did, one of their guys came out and just shot a single shot at one creep, and every single creep started attacking him.
Right.
So he just shot one shot and moved away, and all of a sudden we've got no creeps attacking their ancient.
Okay.
But because he was busy doing that, that left you open to come in and pop your ulti
And do what I did at the end.
Yeah, and you took that last 25% of health on that ancient in a few seconds.
Okay.
And that's one of Wind Ranger's core strengths, is that she can quickly burst down, and you can use that on
burst
heroes
towers.
yeah, but you can use it. It's a targeted power. You could use that on a creep if you want, but it would be a complete waste.
Yeah.
But what you can do is if you get other heroes, like say you and me were roaming, I've got that freezy power.
Yes.
If we just accidentally popped up on someone in the jungle when they were on their own,
Yeah.
I could quickly freeze them. You pop that power and start blowing them down.
Right. Okay.
Or what would be a better strategy actually would be for you to shackle shot them to a tree.
Right.
Then you start bursting them down, and as soon as your shackle shot runs out after 2 or 3 seconds,
Then you'd freeze 'em.
I'll freeze them.
Okay.
And it's synergies like that you only come up with through playing with friends and knowing how each other's play style. It's like playing in a band, you know, you get used to each other's styles and tunes and signals, that kind of thing.
Okay.
But in a perfect, like if we at pro level, they would just know that would be the right thing to do because they know everything inside out.
Nice.
So the second time out, we've done, you know, the very, very basics and beginnings in the first one.
Yeah.
We had a brief stroll around the map, show you all the areas.
and then you threw him in at the deep end.
So after that second bot match, any major questions you've got out of that at all, or anything that's like you're still really struggling with the concept of?
I don't think I'm struggling. Yeah, there's a lot of concept stuff of just how you're pushing and where you're pushing and what you're seeing things that I'm just not even aware of at the moment. Like you say, with that whole sort of the guy dragging away the creeps for the ancient and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just didn't see that. I didn't even know that was actually happening. I just knew I had a bit of space. So yeah, I think a lot of it is just kind of like you say. At the moment, seems to be I just need to play quite a few games and get my kind of, like you say, get into the rhythm and get into the idea of how much I need to click and don't need to click and what I need to click and when. I think.
Yeah, it will be. I mean,
and then start concentrating on the mini map and the overall strategy of it. I think I need to be a bit more macro with it at the moment and kind of just zoning on me and what I'm doing a bit more.
Yeah, and then you have the added hassle of me screaming in your ear every 10 seconds.
Now look over here. No, come on. Can't even think about that.
But yeah, man, it's going well so far.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah. No, I'm slightly less confident than I was last week.
You're getting it a lot quicker than you think you are. Trust me.
Okay.
When I first started out, I think I was, we've done maybe two hours of this now.
Yeah.
We've done 2 matches and a bit of an half-hour walk around the map. And after 2.5 hours, I was still playing the second tutorial where it only opened the middle lane on the map and was telling you to last hit people.
Right. Okay.
The tutorial for this game, if you do all of the tutorials, I think I went through the first 10 levels and was like, I've had enough of this. I'm getting into the game, and that took 12 hours, I think.
Blimey.
Like the tutorial levels last a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that's the case now because it was 3 years ago when I went in, so they might have patched that and updated it. But yeah, because again,
that's a hell of a long time just to get into.
The 2 people that watch this video will be like, he's talking bollocks.
It's a long time just to get to the start of a game. It's like, well, it actually starts at 12 hours.
Well, if you think of, like your average press C to crouch, press in right stick to run type tutorial on a standard FPS or whatever. If you look at Dota, you've got to do the map, you've got to do the keys, and then you could probably spend 3 hours just on the shop. And the shop's a sub-menu, you know what I mean? It's not the game itself, but shift-clicking an item to put it into your quick build queue, right-clicking when it's down in the bottom, hearing the cha-ching. Can you imagine a tutorial saying, right, okay, when you reach the amount of gold, oh, by the way, we haven't told you there's a gold counter, but in the bottom right, there's a gold counter.
Right.
Oh, by the way, that counter clicks up 1 gold per second, which steadily increases throughout the game. There's each time you explain something, you've got to go 1 step backwards and explain another mechanic. Which is what I struggled with the very first episode of this, was I just did not know where to start with you. So we kind of threw everything at the wall and saw what stuck.
Right, yeah.
Because, the minute I was telling you about something, I was like, oh, crap, I haven't told him about these 5 other things that contribute to...
Pay into that, yeah.
But we're starting to get there now. And, as these things start to become second nature to you, like you won't even worry about the shop and gold after a while. You'll just know that I play Wind Ranger. The first thing I get is my boots. She needs 2 attacky claws to upgrade to phase boots, and you'll just have that click, 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 click. I know where they are. The other thing is when you first jump into game, the first thing you will be doing is click level up, click power, click shop, click, 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 starting items off to the rune spot or the ward spot.
Right.
And we'll do that, and that's very quickly. You're only 2 games in, man. By the time you're on your 5th game, you'll be just going, I know where that button is, I know what it does, I know my first power, gonna do it, and off you go.
Okay.
So yeah, you're a lot further along than you think you are, trust me.
Right, yeah, I'll just have to take your word for it on that one, mate. Because it doesn't feel like it, I'll be honest.
It's daunting, isn't it?
Massively.
This is, I don't know, I guess it's the same for me. Like, if I was to suddenly start trying to become a football pundit after never, like guys like you have got 20 plus years experience of knowing teams, tactics, leagues, how it's all changed, where it started, where it is now.
Faster than an
Yeah, no, it's just completely overwhelming, isn't it? I suppose.
So be it.
Right, I think we better call that here then, mate.
Yeah, wrap that up. So GG, well played, man. I'll
GG,
see
man.
you next time.
See you next time.